Alright, here is the episode 2 commentary. It's me, director Nick DiPerto. Director and creator, I guess you could say. It's weird to say director when it comes to Spartans Versus Beanies because the series is just so ridiculous. It's kind of weird to think of myself as the director of it, but, you know, just, yeah. Episode 2 originally was unveiled when I was a senior in high school back in 2005. A lot of people saw the first episode and wanted me to make a second one, and I ended up making it. And then I wanted to do a last time on Spartans vs. Beanies. I got the idea from Dragon Ball Z, actually. I liked how they always did like a recap, but I didn't like how there was talking, and it felt really too, boring how Dragon Ball Z did it. So I just had this ridiculous rock song from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I just show a quick recap and just let the fans kind of piece everything together. But yeah, I just kind of, show it in order of what happens and then end it on the same note that the episode ends with. So, alright, here we go. Episode 2. Yeah, this was originally a little bit different in the old version because this is the reanimated episode, but I really wanted Ryan to explain why they were there even in the bathroom, even though, in the last episode he did explain, but yeah, Nick was he was always kind of modeled off Fry from Futurama because he's a favorite fictional character of mine, and I just wanted a really ridiculous character, so I modeled Nick off Fry, and Ilef was modeled off of the guy who plays his voice, Ilef. He was kind of a quiet, sarcastic loner kind of type thing, and yeah, I wanted, and a lot of people thought I copied Halo 2 when I did this, but the original episode came out way before Halo 2 did. It came out like months before Halo 2 did, and I had the elites join the Spartans, and I thought that was kind of funny that people thought I copied it when it came out originally way before. But, yeah, here's where Ilef explains the whole, brutes and elites fighting, and it was kind of ironic that the brutes ended up, betraying the elites and stuff in Halo 2. I was like, damn, that's really coincidental, and, but yeah, I don't have any proof now, but, back when the old episode, like I said, this is the reanimated episode, but, in the old episode, it was obvious because Halo 2 wasn't even out yet, so, but, yeah, I think earlier in the episode I said this came out in 2005. It came out 2004, my senior year. And then 2005 was when I graduated senior year. I just realized I had that mixed up. But anyway, yeah. This scene where he says, "Why aren't you working on the Xbox?" That wasn't originally in episode 2, but we added it in the reanimated episode because Nick didn't really have a role in episode 2. He was just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm over here. Hey, look, an elite." And then, he shot some shit, and then that's really it. But I added more of a stupid, plucky comic relief type role for him. And this scene was a little different in the original episode also. In the original episode we had a surfboard, but we couldn't find the surfboard. It was completely ridiculous. That bending pipe noise was new to this too. In the original, they have I had some ridiculous way for them to explain how they knew the beanies were coming out of the pipes. It was completely retarded. They had a tracking device on them or something like that. It was so stupid, and I'm so glad we went with them just hearing a pipe bend and be like, "Oh shit, are they in there?" And then, go with that. It was a lot more organic, and it felt a lot easier and better. That ostrich, he's just ridiculous. When me and Ilef originally filmed episode 2, we were just like, we gotta do something with this ostrich. He's just completely ridiculous. We couldn't look at him and not laugh. So we just decided to do something ridiculous with him, and he ended up being in every episode of the first couple seasons as just a ridiculous, repeating character. the retarded brutes were my idea. I wanted the brutes to not be too threatening. Yeah, they joined up with the beanies, but I wanted the beanies to still be the main focus. So, to relieve the brutes of being so threatening, I had half of them be retarded. That's why we ended up doing that, and a lot of the fans loved it. A lot of the fans thought it was very funny and quoted it in the comments section when it eventually got on YouTube, like years after I made it, because YouTube didn't become popular until like 2006 or something like that. So, and I had these made a long time ago, the original episodes. The reanimated ones we just made recently, but originally in the old episode there was a copyrighted nuclear explosion, and we got rid of that and put in a non-copyrighted version, so I like the non-copyrighted one way better. It was so obvious what movie it was from, too. It was just it was awful. And I think this was actually the episode, originally in the original episode 1, we had Jesse die, or I had Jesse die because I made SVB by myself the first time. Well, I had a little help from Brad, but the first episode was made by myself, and then originally I was going to have Jesse die, and like Ryan was going to, fight for his death throughout the whole, series. Well, actually, I wasn't even going to make a second episode. I was just going to end it with that and just have it be ridiculous, but I ended up making a second episode, and when I made the second episode, I was like, well, shit, how could I bring him back? He had a brutal death, but I'm just going to have Ryan, fight for, his death, and I ended up getting an idea from South Park about, Kenny dying all the time. I was like, hey, I could do that, because they don't do it anymore, because they stopped. Kenny only dies like once a season now, I don't know why, but that's where I got the idea for that.